Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, I'm Sekou Writes, and I am the author of this book, author of several books, but this book is most important. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. And I wanted to show that. And shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this space and opportunity to grow, to grow, to grow. So thanks again for helping me grow. And so that said, did I hit everything? Oh, also, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. So take what I say with it, add a little bit of grains of salt, add some grains of salt, and take what you want out of it. So that's what I have to say. Now, I don't know what I did, but my computer was telling me, well, I don't know. I see some of you are watching, so I guess it happened fine, but it was like it was showing that I was doing this like a month, like an hour earlier than I was doing it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I must hit the wrong button, but I don't remember it. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. You are here. Are you here? Are here to begin with? That didn't come out right. You here are here with me. There we go. You here are here with me. Okay, so let me explain what's going on. Today is Speed King's birthday. Today is Speed King's birthday. Let me get some fireworks. Some fireworks. Where's the fireworks? Where's the fireworks? Oh, where's the fireworks? Oh, here we go. Here's the fireworks. Yay! Yeah, we got some fireworks for Speed King, and she's supposed to be on the show soon. Soon come. Going to do a little quick one. So I wasn't sure if I was going to record this one and let us go out and do our thing, but she was like, "No, let's do it." So we're doing it. We're doing it together, and we're just mixing it up. So I guess I will talk about what I want to talk about before her birthday. I want to talk about her birthday. So I will save her birthday talk until I get ready, until she comes online. But let me tell you about the I forget what to call it, but the basically what I'm doing. I'll just explain it that way. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm talking about shows. I'm talking about shows because shows are something we can all resonate with. We can all resonate with. Even if you don't like that show, you might like this show. Even if you don't like this show, you might like that show. So I'm talking about shows and helping you learn your way through that way. Because money is tricky. Money is tricky. Money is tricky. It's like a cat, right? You gotta like you try to chase a cat. Cat comes like, I don't want you, but you gotta coax the cat, right? So anyway, the the show that I'm gonna talk about today is Madoff. It's Madoff. B King mentioned him this morning, and excuse me, she mentioned him this morning, and she was caught up in something that she heard on the Madoff show, and I was like, yeah, I was really into it because what I've been doing in terms of shows is I've been rewatching shows that I saw before the stroke, right? And I've been rewatching them, and I'm telling you, every one of them is different. Every one of them is different because I've changed, right? And so I watched the Madoff. It was like three episodes on Netflix, and it was riveting. It was riveting because those of you that don't know Madoff's story know it a little bit. You know a little bit. Well, this is a documentary, and it talks to everybody. Including Madoff himself, who made himself available for the documentary. So he is talking about everything happened. And what I noticed is that who Madoff came to be started a long time beforehand. It started a long time beforehand because what happened was he went to law school, decided not law school's not for me, and then he started working for his wife's father, his wife's father at his wife's father his brokerage. I'm not sure if it was a brokerage, but it was something in the financial field. And so he Madoff lost a lot of money. Like a big group of people lost their money, and he felt so bad that he didn't want to be the one to tell them he lost their money. So he borrowed $30,000 from his father-in-law, to pay these people off. Right now his father-in-law could have said, "Listen, man, this is the name of the game. This is how the game is played. You lost their money. You gotta fess up to it, right?" But no, he didn't do that. He gave them the money to pay those people back, right? And so he paid those people out, and those people were like, "Wow, he gave us money, even though everyone else around us was losing money, right?" Because there was a time when everyone was losing money, right? So they were like, "Wow, wow, wow," and they're telling each other, and they started the beginning. This was early in his career. This is when he first started in his career, and then he kept that theme going. He kept that theme going. The theme was I will pay people off by borrowing money from someone else. I'll pay people off by borrowing money from someone else. So in other words, his plan, his Ponzi, if you want me to use that word, but that was based on not wanting to tell people the bad news. That's what it was. He didn't want to tell anybody bad news. And so what he did was he borrowed money from someone else to pay them off. And so that enabled him to 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 let me see how would he put it? He had two basic companies. Two had happened at the same time. He was a company. No, sorry, not a company. Two companies. One was the 17th floor, and one was the 16th floor of 19th. Sorry, the 19th floor of his business. Now, the 19th floor was a floor that was affluent. Affluent, looked pretty and shiny, and it was a trading company of some kind. But everything that happened on the company happened on the 17th floor. In the 17th floor was terrible. Looked terrible. There were bags on all over the place. It's like the difference visually between 19th floor and the 17th floor was tremendous. Right now, everyone says that they didn't know that he didn't have the money. Right, he did not have the money, and that's interesting because he believed in himself. I mean, I hate to put in those terms, but that's the truth. He believed in himself. He believed in himself in order to to turn everyone's guidance against them. I guess that's one way of putting it. But he got everyone to look at him the way he saw himself. And so what I'm saying to you, I know it's a bad example, right? But what I'm saying to you is you believe in yourself, and that's enough. Now, yes, he got caught and all the things that happened, but that's because he was dealing with some very bad things, right? But he believed in who he was, right? And everybody bowed to his will. the SEC, everyone allowed to as well. So the SEC is a big company, and here's Free King. Come on in, Free King. Come on in.
I like when you talk about money.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's sexy.
Good
morning.
I was talking about Madoff.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that documentary again because there's some things I missed.
Yeah, you just caught a little snippet of it, and I fell asleep. On it
several times. Do you have that video of you falling asleep last night with the cat? Just
no,
out while I was talking.
No, but I will explain it. So she was doing something with her laptop, and I was trying to help. Yes. And I came over and sat behind her, and then she was talking about it, and I fell asleep on the floor. On the floor, I just fell asleep.
Like mid question. I'm answering his question.
Yeah.
I'm answering your question. And I thought, he's not saying anything. And we were going back and forth. It was this natural banter. And I looked back, I just looked over my shoulder and I said,
yeah,
there was a time I would get upset, but it happens so often where you think he's ignoring you, but he's not. He has a brain injury and it is what it is. I think Sekou and Nelson both have the same brain thing going on because y'all tend to fall out. Like right now, Nelson's, his eyes aren't closed, but they were out at the same time. And Nelson was up and playing. And then literally it was almost as if he looked at Sekou and said, okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I was out, yo. So just to be aware of the fact that when I'm tired, I go to sleep quickly. And it doesn't
within seconds.
I won't stay asleep too long, but I'll just be out.
Yeah.
Be out.
And it was a little scary for me because not only were you out, but you were lying flat on the floor. I can't believe you didn't upload that video that I wanted you to.
I didn't upload that video.
I'll just share it. I'll share it later.
Yeah. Anyway.
Great show today, sir.
I want to point this out because Reverend Mel said this. One of my friends invested with Madoff. What? Oh. Thankfully, she got most of her money back as part of the recovery after he went to jail. Wow. That's lucky. Blessing. That's lucky. Yeah, that's lucky. Yeah. Because a lot of people put themselves on the string to get the money get the money paid back to them.
Yeah.
But but they I forgot what I was
a lot of seniors, a lot of people were investing for their retirement. Because I watched the documentary, it's just something that was happening yesterday. I don't know if it's a new part of the documentary, a different documentary, but I don't recall hearing that his sons turned him in.
Yes.
I knew they worked for him, but I didn't know that.
But wait, let me pause right there.
I want to just finish that. I was saying that so people were using, like they do, for retirement. And so you have older people in their 70s and 80s who invested everything. And these poor people lost everything. Can you imagine? Because you no longer have money earning capability because you are in your 70s and 80s. And a lot of those people did not get their money back. That's what I wanted to.
Yeah. And so a lot of things from that, because you had to look at the
fine print.
The chart. You have to look at the chart. The chart's going like this. It's going like this, but it's not going like this. It's going like this. And you got to say to yourself, nah, that doesn't seem right.
But you know what? Sometimes when you're winning, you just want to focus on, I'm winning.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a lot of knowledge or any knowledge, you want to believe. So yes, the onus is on people, but I get where they just believed in him. And I think based on the documentary that in the beginning, in the very, very beginning, he had good intentions. He got caught up.
Yeah, but I thought that. But then I watched this one closely, or watched it again closely. And he started off he started off doing what was right. Well, not that it was right, but was trying to absolve himself of guilt. Like what he did in the beginning when he was working for his father-in-law's firm was he said, "Oh my God, these people lost their money." And now that's the name of the game. Finances, it goes up, it goes down. You know, you lose sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. But he was so obsessed with it, his father-in-law let him borrow $30,000. Okay. He used that $30,000 to pay those people off.
To pay them back.
To pay them off of what went down for them. He just paid it like it went up. He paid them off. So you know how the chart goes like this, right? Uh-huh. Everyone like this. Everyone went like this. I forget which what it was, Black Monday or something like that. But the money went down, and those people, their money went down, and instead of paying them, but instead of saying, "Hey,
you lost your
money," he borrowed the money from his father-in-law and paid them. And then they started talking about it. Bernie Mac made me money.
Bernie Mac? You mean Bernie Madoff?
Bernie Madoff.
I'm like, sorry. Bernie Mac went to prison.
Sorry. Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff is the man. He's the person to invest in.
Yeah.
But I think when you say paid off, when I think of paid off, it means you give someone money to be quiet, to go away. So I think you mean...
No, so I'm just trying to find a way to phrase it, but they I don't know how else to phrase it. They put their money in, mm-hmm. They lost their money at some point, and they should have said, "You lost your money." That's what he should have said. Okay. But he didn't. Oh, he's getting birthday calls. Sorry. So
it was too tight.
So
you're trying to find a way to describe what he did. So do you believe that, these people genuinely lost their money because the stock market can be volatile. It's up and down. That's normal. And instead of him saying, "I'm sorry, but you lost," he paid them so that he could keep them in his pocket so that he could build a business.
It wasn't that at first. It was like, I don't want to tell them. I don't want to tell them that they lost their money.
See, that's why I think he had good intentions in the very beginning.
Yeah, and his father-in-law gave him the money. His father-in-law should have sat him down. He'd been in the finance world for a long time. Should have sat him down and said, "No, man, you gotta let him go." Mm-hmm. And that would have set the tone in a different way. But yeah. I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no, you're on it. I think we're agreeing that in the very beginning, he had good intentions. I don't think he got into this business to lie to people, to steal from people. I don't think he did, but I don't know because we don't know, even based on the documentary.
Yeah.
People, they can lean it towards whatever direction they want. And also, even though he's in prison, he's been convicted, he can also not be being honest. What is Rev Melissa saying? What the movie too, my friend has a scene in it. One of my friends invested. So Rev Melissa says, what movie? My friend has a scene in it. Watch the movie. What movie? What movie, Rev Melissa? Is it the documentary?
Madoff movie.
Because there may be another one. It may be the documentary, but then I think there is a movie.
Yeah, I don't know what the name of it.
Okay, hopefully she'll tell us. He created the illusion that he was beating the market, even though other people lost.
What?
Rev Melissa is saying
that he was
beating
the market. Yeah, and that's what happened every time. Every time, everyone went down. Mm-hmm. Like the big ones, Black Monday, whatever.
Yeah,
it went down. His went up because he's paying them from the allotment of money that he's got. So he's not investing anything. He's not investing anything in the stock market. Nothing. He's got now I don't know what they were doing in the trading agency, but so back to what you were saying, his sons turned them in because they were only on the upper level. The upper level meaning the trading floor. I don't know what they were doing. I do not know what they were doing, but there was a distinction between the place where you're doing the trades and a place where you're
investing in stocks.
No, not investing in stocks. Investing in a big
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, a Ponzi scheme is basically holding the money until someone kind of tilts it. You got a whole big bundle of money, and then you pay somebody out if they want to get out, and then you got to get some more, and it's kind of like that.
Yeah. So we don't really know.
We don't know what
exactly how he did it.
Which means?
Well, we don't know how he did it because how do you accumulate that amount of money without investing and getting a return on the money? Even though I understand that people were giving him money, thinking that he was taking their money and investing it. But at some point, his personal wealth was growing and he was paying certain people like a return on their investment. Very few, because he would literally say to people, according to the documentary, when they would question him, like, well, I don't understand what's going on. He was like, well, I can give you all your money back.
Yes.
Right? Like very manipulative. So people were like, what? You're going to give me? No. Keep it because I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's why I need to watch the documentary with you again, because I don't fully understand.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You got it. But see, you already have a sense of, you have that sense of you already. Like, I don't know about this. And so anybody who would come up to me and say, like, I don't know about this, he would say, well, it's not for you.
Yeah.
It's not
because you don't trust. You don't trust. Understand what's going on.
And then people would say, oh no. What's it? Luna effect? Luna? The option loss.
Option loss. The movie is The Wizard of Lies. Yes, I knew there was a movie and the documentary. So there's a movie where actors play the characters.
It's like having fear of losing out.
Oh, FOMO.
Yes. FOMO.
Yes.
And he was playing on people at a high level. Ooh. And he was walking into the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, solo. Like, what you got for me? He was like, I heard you wanted trying to sell me or whatever. He would walk into the office and be like, hey, what you want to talk about? He would say to them, yeah, here's your thing. Here's your paperwork. What else do you need? And he would just my point is
yes, what is your point?
My point is his belief in himself. His belief in himself was so strong that it bent everything to his will. Like, that's what I noticed. He was bad. He had bad things, but that's what I'm saying. His belief in himself turned everything towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Here's another way for all of us to use that for our advantage. It's just like what you just did. You felt like you didn't communicate it well, but because you believe in yourself, it's almost the adage of fake it till you make it, which I don't believe that anymore. I believe you can be fearful and have courage anyway. So you can experience and feel the feelings of fear and do it anyway. And that's what he did, because I'm sure on some level, yes, he was fearful. However, because he believed in himself, and because you believe that you are articulating well, that people understand you, then you just show that sort of confidence, right? Like, so you just said something that you didn't feel like, oh, I don't think I articulated that well, but no one knows that but you. So if you continue to just move forward instead of, you know what I mean? Because I know you believe in yourself. You get to exhibit that every day, even when you're fearful. It's so I took my niece Chandler to a what was it, a Juneteenth celebration in Reservoir Hill a couple years ago. There was this big bouncy room. We were outdoors, and Chandler was born in Bowie. So, she attended a charter school, very, very nice. And it was really diverse. Baltimore is not as diverse. It's a primarily, Reservoir Hills, primarily Black, a lot of, amazing little Black kids. And I could tell that she was very self-conscious because this was new for her.
Mm.
The guy opened up the bouncy room. He said, it's open, and kids just scammered, and they were jumping and, being how urban kids are. And she looked at me, and then she looked back at the bouncy room, and she said, I want to go, but I'm scared. And it was so genuine. And I said, you can be scared and do it anyway.
Mm.
And then she looked up at me. She said, I can. I was like, yes. I was like, Auntie Fee is scared all the time, but I do it anyway. So you can be scared. You can feel not as confident and just do it anyway. Yeah. Because no one really knows how scared, how nervous, how fearful you are but you.
Right.
And I believe that he was all of those things, especially knowing, like when you're doing something unscrupulous, you feel like, oh, at any moment I'm going to get caught. But he just kept going. Yeah. Because he believed in himself.
He believed.
He was like, and then you start to believe the lie. It's like, no, this is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was just going to say, regarding your point about his sons turning him in. So it was one day when he was like, I can't take it anymore. And his sons were like, what? And then they took him home and they sat down. It was him, his wife, and the two kids. And he told them then what was happening. And they were like, you did what? And they didn't know. And so then they called a lawyer. They called a lawyer. The lawyer was like, yeah, you gotta turn them in.
Because they had to separate themselves?
Yeah, separate themselves. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So thank you, Rev Melissa. And by the way, happy Libra season to Rev Melissa also. We're going to watch the movie.
Which movie?
The movie that Rev Melissa said, The Wizard of Lies. So there's a movie about the Madoff story. There's also a documentary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was saying we're going to watch both again.
Yeah.
And I love how we're both watching these movies from a different lens, because it seems as if all the movies, or the majority of the movies that we're attracted to, there's some innuendo about money. There's some lesson about money. Even the movie that we watched last night at the theater, Speak No Lies. Oh, and I knew it. I knew that this movie, it's labeled, the genre is horror, but I was like, this is not a horror movie. This is going to be a suspenseful movie and a thriller. And there's going to be some lessons about money in it. And was I right? The lesson about money, how they were doing this to scam people out of their money. They were I don't want to give it away because the movie is good, but it was all about money and how they would target people with money. And they would, because they believed in themselves, they would portray themselves as wealthy, successful people so that they could lure the real successful people into their web of deceit and trickery.
Speak no lies.
Speak no lies. Yes. Have you seen the Fatima West? Woo! I want to go see it again.
Okay. All right. Well, we didn't do much in terms of the birthday, but happy birthday, Fee Kid.
Oh, thank you, Sekou Writes.
And we are out of here.
We're out.
We're out of here. And we will see you mañana. Later.
Peace.